Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to load all your tables into Power Query without going one by one and going to data, get data, select from table or range. All right, because that can be a time consuming process if you always have to go in back and forth to do that. So there's an easy way to do that. The first step involves converting your data into tables, in real Excel tables. Even though this looks like a table, it's not an Excel table because if it was and Excel recognized it as such, you'd see options here to modify the table settings. So to convert this into a table, I'll use the shortcut Control L and it'll automatically detect the range. And I'm going to leave the default setting to say that my table has headers because it does. And then I'm going to hit OK. Then notice that it applies the default table formatting, and I also have this tab now for table design that I can change the design of it. So now I'll move on to my next sheet, do the same thing, Control L, hit enter, and now it's a table. Last sheet now, Control L, table, done. So easy enough. And now what I can do is jump into Power Query and put all these tables in there. So I go to the Data tab, select Get Data, Other Sources, and this time I'm doing a blank query. And I'm going to start with just a simple formula that says equals Excel.currentWorkbook, open and close parentheses. That's important to make sure that it executes that. And now I've got a list of all these different tables. I've got table 1, table 2, table 3. And so you can see as I click on here, I see all the contents within those different tables. So table 1 started with invoice 300. Table 2 started with invoice 898. Table 3 started with 101. So I've got the contents in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this query a couple times, create a couple copies of it. Right, so I'm not doing a whole lot of heavy lifting at this point. I'm just copying it over. So I'm going to rename this table 1. And what I'm going to do with this query is select table 1 and expand it out. I can remove this, use the original column name as prefix because I don't need a prefix. I know I've got table 1 in here. And I can remove this name since this is really the only table in here, table 1. So I can right click, remove, and it's done. So I've got table 1 in there. For this query, I'm going to rename this table 2. And again, filter for just table 2. Click this button to open up the contents. And again, I can remove this field there. Done. Lastly, I've got table 3. Filter by table 3. Open up the contents. And right click, remove. And just like that, I've got table 1, 2, and 3 done without having to leave the Power Query window, go out of it, go back in, out of it, back in. There were still some manual steps. I still had the filter and the optional step of removing the column, but I find this a bit of an easier way to load all the tables, especially if I know everything's in a table format. It's an easy way to load it right into Power Query. So that may save you a bit of time if you've got your data already in there, and if you find it a bit of a nuisance to have to jump. Close Power Query, go back in, and that sort of thing, which can be a little bit time consuming. And doing it this way, again, through that simple single line of code, Excel.currentWorkbook, you can see all the tables that are within your spreadsheet, and then just apply a filter and create copies of those queries. Just rename it to which table it relates to. And then it's just a matter of expanding the content and the optional step of removing that name field. So not a terribly painful process, and it can potentially be time saving, especially if you want a quick way to just load all your tables into Power Query and do that just from copying these queries. So hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.